Hey there, fellas. Welcome to the stream. I've cracked open my copy of G Generation Spirits on the emulator, and we're gonna get up to some Mobile Suit shenanigans. Admittedly, I've been doing some grind off screen, cause it's always fun. And as you can see, I've amassed quite the collection. These are from if I recall correctly, I've managed to run quite a few of the beginning stages of each campaign, allowing me to amass quite a collection of mobile suits and such in a fairly reasonable manner. Now the thing about G Generation spirits, as in this game, it's okay. If you took G Generation Genesis for last gen stuff like the PS4, Vita, and Switch, you take that and you kind of then you grab the game G Generation Portable, and then you pour some on it, and that's how you get this thing. As you can see, this is all the campaign stages are UC. We got Double 80, Space to the End of the Flash, Lost War Chronicles, Blue Destiny, OFMS Team, of course, Igloo, MSG 0079, Stardust, Mayfly of Space, Zeta New Translation, Double Zeta, Sharks Counter Attack, even Headaway, F90, Silhouette, that one's, yeah, F91, even Crossbone and Skullheart with a guest unit from Steel 7, and of course Victory. So yeah, this is the quintessential UC game of the early 2000s. And what is up, Wasd? You can see I've enlisted the aid of the British in my quest to obtain a co-pilot for the streams. And yeah. I'm gonna try and warm up with some Blue Destiny stages. 'Cause those are fun. Yeah, skip the event encounter one. So you can like the deployment screen and all of those, they're pretty similar to their I guess the UI is a tad bit closer to its I'd say the PSP counterpart, but wouldn't necessarily make a one-to-one comparison in some regards. As you can see, we got our wonky gun tank R44, piloted by none other than Master Pierce Rare, also known as a you got a license for them there Gundams? Perhaps. Right, so there's one specific gimmick about this game that I find a tad odd. You see, the way hit results in this one work is that they kind of, they kind of decide something in advance about, like, if I were to, I'm gonna probably show it next turn, but let me just roll my units out. Because the thing is, saves coming in this game works much closer to G-Generation Genesis, even though you can't really do much about things that you hit during your turn, if that makes any sense. Well, it's... Okay, fuck it. I'll pull up the... Gundams? Alright, Gundam, boy! Yeah, thank you. Alright, okay. I'm gonna try and convey the Gundam autism via the power of MS Paint. Just hold my beer. I'll Alright, so we get our paint document. Gonna make it less of an eyesore. So there we go. I'm gonna illustrate my point. So let's say we got our allied unit. It's gonna be a blue square, and we got this enemy unit, and let's say this enemy unit, and of course we also got this unit. Now let's say that I were to... Okay. Hey. There would be a 46% chance I'd hit this red guy. So if I were to shoot it right now, there would be a set chance. Now, thing is, the game at this very moment has calculated all of the aim outcomes for this unit and these two enemies. So if I were to miss this thing, let's like that. Let's say if I were to hypothetically just reload. So let's say I'm gonna load the save state. Guess what? If I were to shoot this one again, the same thing. The result would be the same. Now what I'd have to do, this applies to things within the turn. Let's say I want to hit this one with this one. The light blue wants to hit the light red, right? I'd have to attack with another unit, so I'm gonna have to use this one, this blue one, and now I have another shot at hitting the light red one with the light blue one. Though obviously, when it comes to the enemy turn, you basically get to reload a brand new turn, and oh, yeah. So yeah, that's the long and short of it. It's a tad gimmicky, but I've learned how to work within that. It's just a piece of trivia, an interesting little factoid. I know, very detailed and autistic, but yeah, I will freely admit I do I do frequently save scum in these, so yeah. I mean, after all, it's an RNG based thing, so sometimes you kinda have to. Sometimes fudging the dice rolls is a perfectly okay thing, especially with single player games that feature RNG that sometimes may or may not be that lopsided. Anywho, as you can see, those Yeah, Xeon and on this stage somehow has the Type 61 tanks, which I'm guessing that it could be a nudge to the old Saturn game, given that that one had like smaller and more generic tank models for Xeon, so I'm guessing that's a nice little piece. If this one at least as far as stage composition is concerned, is a tad familiar, it's because it's again in G Generation Genesis, which I also have. Only Switch emulator because God knows I ain't getting I ain't getting the Switch. Oh yeah, those uh those two stages are near identical, except for a few units. And of course a graphics upgrade, but still. Also, funnily enough, they made the Hidolfer into an XL unit, which yeah, which means that it takes up 4 tiles on the game grid, just as many as a as something like a big row. Which yeah, that's funny. At least to me. Yeah. There's I'd say that the discrepancies between this one and G Generation Genesis are kind of playing to both of to the strength of both games. Because in this one you have the GM head, in Genesis you have obviously the unicorn units. You got the early production tab GM. Also, oh, so that's how I do exams. Exam system. Also rocket pods. Very nice. Let's see. I think I can take these jobbers out fairly easily. I just go in. Rocket pods. Though honestly, I should have probably had enough hindsight to check whether I can further evolve the Guntank R44, but whatever. Would have been a prudent idea in hindsight, but what can I do right now? That's another thing. At the very least, I get to gain some levels for the guinea pig team here. Yes, not sure if it shares between the various levels, but definitely would have been nice. Because you know, imagine just you know, being able to level a CPU thing. Like, I wouldn't say CPU thing, more of a guest unit, but still. Because yeah, like in early to mid game of G-Gen games, I'd say that the dice rolls are dead fudged against you. Sometimes you can miss off of a 100% hit chance. That simply comes over the territory. I am more than well aware of that. But yeah, when it works, it works, and does a pretty good job at working. You know, just in case I don't let an animation play out, you know, the first time I pull it off, just let me know, cause I'm notoriously bad at catching those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't play the machine gun one. 100mm machine gun. And of course, this one has a fairly interesting way of letting you unlock units. Because in portable, you get, I mean, like, yeah, characters. Because in portable, you obviously had milestones and such. In this one, you can, yes, you can basically recruit quote-unquote custom characters, but you can also, you know, you can also unlock them. So it's kind of bridges the gap between GG and F. Oh, GG and F is it's a tad different as well, but you know, you get the option to kind of get your own characters or scout out from a, well, you don't necessarily have a character shop for the quote-unquote plot characters, you know, those that aren't game original to this one. And the way you get them is by getting high scores on levels, for some odd reason. So yeah, maybe I'll have to get myself some you know, high-end units and try just steamrolling through levels. But anyway, they'll come at some point. Another big change from that could be seen when it comes to, you know, comparing this one to its later counterparts. I'd say another noticeable difference is the fact that oh, let me think. Yeah, you get infinite chance steps. As long as you get those kills rolling, you can just ruffle some of the enemies. It's kind of similar to GG and Portable in this regard. And speaking of, I could yeah, let's get some chipping damage. You know, gonna throw some rockets out and keep praying I don't nick the jugular. And yeah, for some reason the Medea has missiles now. Not that I would mind, but it sure is wacky, ain't it, Josuke? Yeah, well. And yeah, with the exam system being a thing that you can toggle, like in G Generation Genesis, you can obviously see what kind of stuck around when people were coming up with that one, and you know, which eventually got solidified into that release. Like, supposed to say I really like G Generation Genesis, but in this one you get a lot of stuff that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see in a G-Gen game. For example, the Gym Sniper Free. Yeah, this game has a Gym Sniper Free. And I'm gonna... Okay, I haven't gotten too far with the unit collection in this one, but there are some pretty decent and pretty cool units, to be frank. So I haven't shown off the firing animation of the tanks, so yeah, I'm gonna let it play out. Was the I hopping in? Uh oh, not yet. Yeah. You know, at some point when I'm kind of bouncing around the idea of making a how to get into format for certain Gundam games and their own respective sub-series. And of course GGN would be something that I could make a video on. Because I mean, yeah, like the initial barrier for entry, it ain't too high, but you know, tends to be a bit of a hard sell when it comes to like, oh no, it's in Japanese. But funnily enough, it ain't that much of a hindrance even for like I personally don't not as good at Japanese as as even people who are Duolingo regulars. Like I know my fair share. I can somewhat stitch sentences together, but honestly, I wouldn't consider myself to be on a decent level by any stretch of the imagination. Like like with look. In this menu, I can sort of know what is what because I know how to read katakana. This is pass. This is mission. This is capture list. This is a grid toggle, battle animation toggle, help message toggle, the option to give up, the option screen, and the save option. Because in this case, you know, it's in katakana, and you're basically working with just I guess Japanized English, the Wasei Ego. Like this is straight up Pasu Mission. I do recognize the kanji, but I don't know how it's read. Followed by Risto, so something list, grid, obviously. But anyway, enough of me nerding out and about that. Like the top option here, it's for moving. This one's for fighting, and this is the finalize option. I hold my beer. I'll get right back to it. Just gonna. Oh, I see. Was the quite a quite a hefty and tasty looking dish you got there. So let's see. I could run the exam system. Why not? Let's see. What can I do? Okay, let's turn the Live Leak logo on. Exam system. Ready? Holy shit! It's a much more savage looking pattern. Obviously interspersed with various flesh cuts and the the noises of an animu pro tag. Saying nothing personnel, kiddo. Ah, dang it. Anyways, yeah, our transport plane ain't doing too hot. Let's hope I don't have to... I don't have to reload saves too often. 'Cause that'd be a bummer. And, right, let's go out full force against those pesky Zakus. If it weren't for you, meddling Zakus, I would have had them. Alright, and now let's use the finger launcher. I think I've shown that one. That's the finger Vulcans. Of course, with this, with the Zaku cannon defeated, guess what? Guess who had joined the party? That's right. Mr. Nimbus has joined the fray. Of course, we got, if I recall correctly, that back in sound is called The Front. It's from the OG Blue Destiny game. Of course, honestly, G Generation Spirits is a G-Gen game with quite a lot of game original covers of like classic tracks, be it from Lost War Chronicles, Blue Destiny. It even has two versions of Sharp Fangs from Hidou Senshi Gundam Gaiden Koroni no Ochita Chite, the fucking Rise from the Ashes. Like not the game, but you know, the tism on my part when the first thing that I get to recall is the JP title of the game. My brain appears to be rotten beyond all redemption. Oh well, had a good run. I think the Xeon turn theme in this one. I think I used it in one of the Crossbone Saga videos. It's called Execution, I think. It has the super tense atmosphere, as you can more than likely hear. Obviously, I think the Fiddies have not the approach march, the other one. I'd probably have to look it up, but yeah, the Federation units in this one have a distinctive BGM.
Hello.
Oh, hello there.
Hi. Hi.
Chat. Behold, this is Wozdy. Wozdy, this is chat.
Oh shit, you're streaming?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, well, fuck.
There's appears to be a stream that I got you on, right? If I recall.
Oh god, I can hear myself talk.
Oh, it's not you, Wozdy. Dang it. Sorry. Who do I have the... Who am I speaking to at the moment?
Vin Bin.
Interesting. Well, nice to meet you, Vinbin. I've been waiting for Wozdy to finish his lunch because I asked him to whether he'd wanna tag along on a stream of some Gundam shenanigans, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'd be down." So I'm
I am just installed the Helldivers.
oh, baller, nice. From what I've heard, the Helldivers is pretty neat.
It's fun. It's dumb fun.
Well, nice to hear that.
And hearing myself talk still makes you cringe a little.
I got fingers. I'm in your walls. He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls. I better check my walls. Because I'm pretty sure I left that bowl of oatmeal on my table, but it ain't here no more.
But I should get back and make upload videos again. And my last video upload was like what 2 years ago. Hold on. My channel. Let me just go on my.
Yeah, I could check.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Oh, I'm gonna check it right now. Like 2 years ago, and it's just a Devil May Cry boss fight.
So pretty neat. I'm gonna go and pummel this the pummel Nimbus with the 180mm cannon. Well, should I hit him? But it's got a fairly hefty chance of doing that.
Well, I found your stream. I'm gonna vanish now. Bye.
Okay, take care. Let's see. So yeah, this has been everyone. Had a visitor from my walls. Apparently. Not that I would mind. Damn dead. Like living in the walls, eh? Not sure how one would go about it, especially with how relatively thin the walls here are. That's why I gotta put on the headphones every time I go to go on a wank break. Otherwise, people in the living room would be able to hear that, and that'd be no bueno.
Hello.
Hello,
It's me.
Oh,
The man behind the mask.
at last.
Yeah, I've muted you on your YouTube stream so we don't hear
Oh yeah, echoes.
Oh.
Echoes,
Oh,
Act
God.
3 even.
that was one of those dinners that is just so heavy that it almost sends you into a coma.
Had a good lunch?
Oh yeah, it were two southern fried chicken burgers, some rice, peas, and corn, and then it had these two like there was like sliced pieces of potato ducked together using cheese and then it had loads of gravy just poured all over it. So yeah,
Oh,
heavy stuff.
it sounds delicious.
It was, although some bits are a bit Usually the veg, because it's frozen veg that gets done in microwave, so sometimes it's a bit hit or miss.
Yeah, I can see that.
Say, only Gundam games that I've played were Earth Federation versus Xeon on PlayStation 2, and oh god, what was some of the Dynasty Warriors ones on PlayStation 3.
The
That
Gundam
and
Muso.
yeah, and then the Gundam Evolution game for a little bit, but I stopped playing that after a while.
Yeah, and then the game itself kind of ceased to exist. Which, yeah.
It were one of those you get you used to get those quite a bit. Things trying to chase after the hero shooter genre,
Oh yeah,
especially after Overwatch went and shat the bed.
I'm more than well aware. I mean, for a while there used to be a wave of shooters in the early, I think 2010s, like early to mid 2010s, when you got a lot of these
Trying to do the
games where
Call of Duty.
not necessarily Call of Duty. It was like, okay, we're gonna do a hero shooter, but it's gonna be a Minecraft clone. And it's gonna be an FPS.
Yeah, trying to do the survival zombie craft Z shit.
Um, yeah,
Just with
that's
the new.
too. But for a while there used to be a fad with, you had your block and load, you had your Ace of Space,
Yeah.
the Ace of Space.
Yeah, team shooters that
Oh
have
yeah,
the
those.
Minecraft aesthetic, where you could just draw. Yeah, so I remember. I faintly remember Ace of Spades being pretty good because obviously you could tunnel under the actual battlefield and
Oh yeah.
go obviously into the enemy's base and whatever. Say the blocky, well, obviously the blockiness to it added to its simplicity, especially with the destructible and constructible environments. You've
Yep.
been able to build yourself a little blockade and stuff like that.
Yep.
Say
Obviously.
what a live action combat Gundam needs is the sounds and the momentum of a mech, because obviously you can't just be walking around like it's Overwatch, because then you don't get this feeling that you're piloting a mech. You're just playing a hero shooter. You're just a person walking around. You just happen to have a Gundam suit
Oh, you mean
skin on.
oh, you mean the way Gun Evo went out? With, or do you specifically mean like in a hypothetical?
In
Well,
a hypothetical
no longer
game.
hypothetical, but yeah. For example, I think there was something live action Gundam-esque announced.
Well, I don't mean live action as in a film. I mean live action as in not turn-based like what you're
Oh,
playing right now.
yeah, real time.
Yeah, real time. That's what the word that I should have used. Sorry, I misspoke.
It's all right.
But
It's all right.
trying to think. Have you ever played Armored Core?
Oh yeah, I've played
I was gonna say,
AC1,
some
3,
yeah,
and
something like that. It needs to have a level of momentum. You need to feel like you're actually piloting a mech. But I'm just thinking, would people prefer it to be third person or first person? Because if it was in first person, you would obviously want to be able to see what's going on inside your cockpit.
well, there have been some attempts at kind of experimenting around that formula. You got your Mobile Suit
Mech Warrior.
Gundam. Well, I meant as far as Gundam games are concerned.
Yeah.
You got Rise from the Ashes for the Dreamcast, and let's see, there was Gundam Senjou no Kizuna, Bonds of the Battlefield, and of course the Blue Destiny. As far as like FPSs, Gundam FPSs, mind you, which had a decent cockpit view, I guess. Like the cockpit view was more as a cosmetic HUD heads-up display thing for the most part, but
Mm.
it kind of worked, I'd argue.
So it is what I'm talking about because obviously in maybe with third person, but obviously you've got more than just your basic health bar, or make the Gundam feel like an actual thing rather than it's just your character model. Obviously, with Gundam Evolution, first thing I noticed about it was it didn't have the classic sounds that you
Oh
think of
yeah,
when you think of Gundam.
which then got
You
sold with
think
skins.
because you when you think of Gundam, you hear that static sound that you do in the game that you're playing right now when a mech goes down. It has that
Oh yeah,
sound to it before it explodes. Then you've got the lasers that have that high pitched noise.
yeah. Then you got a whoosh and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what
those.
you mean.
Yeah, you get that little bleep 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 bleep, bleep sounds when someone comes onto your radar. Those are the things that you think of. So you get that with loads of different um, series, mixing it up with genre. But if you think of something like Resident Evil, you hear the pickup sounds, don't you? When you're picking
Yeah,
up ammo,
like
you think of the music.
yeah, arguably, like the sound design elements are quite underrated in a lot of games, and both in a lot of games and both as a feature. Because if I recall, there was a paper well way back when I don't necessarily recall the year, but it was when I think Return to the Castle Wolfenstein was around, and they were doing some testing around the PvP. You had your axes, you had your allies, and the submachine guns were basically reskins. You had your MP40 and you had your Thompson, both well, M1A1, but still. And the thing was, they had completely identical stats, completely identical damage. The only thing that was different was sound. Obviously, to portray the caliber of the weapon. Now, the funny thing was that the playtesters did prefer the Thompson's more heavy, more crunchy firing noise because they felt like they hit harder, even though they mechanically didn't. They felt like it hit harder. So yeah, I personally would say that in a lot of ways the feel of doing something in a game should matter just just as much as as the feature as the game feature in question.
Hmm.
As far as game design is concerned.
I can't even remember much about Gundam Evolution. I remember that I did play it, but it was just so forgettable.
I did have a decent time with it for the most part, but I couldn't really spend much time on it because it like both partially due to the way it released with the regions and such, and given that I'm a Euro and in the middle of nowhere, I'm not I don't necessarily live in a major country such as France or the UK or such. So I kind of got the short end of the
You
stick.
live in one of those shitholes that nobody's ever heard of and can't point
Oh,
out
yeah.
on a map.
Pretty much. So I got a late release with a fairly small player pool. On top of, I didn't really like the way guns felt. Like
They had no impact.
the Zarko machine gun and that one, it kind of felt like a toy Tommy gun as opposed to
Yeah, it felt like it just more peppered you than
Yeah.
actually shot massive rounds.
yeah. Which I mean, I suppose that's one thing that I really like about GBO 2. Yeah. It's like that game really does the weapon noises justice. Though arguably yes, there are some problems to that game outside of its of like it's the stylistic side of things, but still it's does a decent job at kind of portraying that that side of MS Combat. That has me wondering, do you prefer the more heavy feeling mech games that are much closer to Mech Warrior, or do you like the more speedy games like the what was the name of that one a
That we
game
were
on
just talking
Steam
about.
which no, it was, you had
Are
this
you talking
giant
about Armored Core?
no, I don't mean Armored Core, I mean give me a second. 'Cause there was a super flashy game. I think it was on Steam, and you had this giant transforming robot that flew around. It had tons of rockets, and it felt more like
Are you
something
talking
from
about
Macross. What?
Are you talking about Zone of Enders?
I have no clue. But probably not.
So I've played Zone of Enders. I've got Zone of Enders 2 on my Steam, but I've never played it. It really depends on the game itself. I like the older Armored Core games. I didn't like the PlayStation 3. The
AC4 and
PlayStation 3
AC4A.
ones.
Those.
Yeah. There were some of the PlayStation 2 Armored Cores that I didn't like. Wasn't a fan of Silent Line, Last Raven, and Nexus because they introduced the reloading, but it didn't say on the UI your clip and then your maximum ammo. It would just occasionally your gun would just stop firing, and I'd think, what the fuck is going on? Is my button stuck or something? And it would also throw you into tougher missions a lot earlier before you actually had your decent stuff.
I see.
A lot quicker. But
So,
that's just me being a complete shitter. But I do like Armored Core 1 and 2.
interesting.
So I've not played Mech Warrior, but the only game that I've seen for Mech Warrior has been obviously... oh, which one was that one? It's on Steam. Let me have a look at it. Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries. That's the only one that I've seen. But it's a... it's got loads and loads of microtransactions and it's kind of iffy. And I honestly don't really like the designs of the mechs in this one. Mech Warrior 5. Say some of them look alright, like the ones with reverse joints that look like a plane with legs. I don't mind those ones, but the ones that are supposed to look more humanoid, they look
A bit awkward,
too...
right?
They look like they're made out of Lego bricks.
That's funny. Like, for the most part, what I meant by the question was mostly the mech feel. You got the two ends of the spectrum with obviously the fridge piloting simulator with tank controls on one end, and then you've got oh my,
Then
they
you've got
gave the Warframe guy a mech costume. And that's the other end.
you've
That's the
got-
spectrum.
let's say with Zone of Enders, your mech isn't customizable, but it's very angelic and flamboyant in that it's not actually got feet. It's got like its legs are pointed at the end, and when you float closer to the ground and land, these little things come out of the spikes just to prop it up so that it can just stand
That's funny.
there. And it's it floats as well. It's mostly just flying around in a 3D space, running circles around all these lesser mechs. It's traveling at supersonic speed and shit, blasting energy balls. Whereas all the other all the Earth mechs are walking on the ground with these really heavy, big machine guns. Meanwhile, you're in like this weird space age giant angel with a folding blade attached to its arm.
That has to be pretty funny.
I mean, the first game is pretty much just a glorified tower defense game, but the second game is where most people is the one most people like, mainly because you've got a actual adult protagonist rather than the first one where you have a whiny 10-year-old kid like you do in most Japanese games. Shinji, get in the robot. But I don't want to get in the robot.
British
What-
Shinji.
British
It wasn't on my bingo list today, but
Shinji, get in the fucking robot. Oh, blimey. I've got to get in this giant robot and fight the angels.
that reminds me of that infamous BBC dub of Lum the Invader Girl.
I'm sorry, the BBC did a dub for what?
For Urusei Yatsura, the
Oh my god, ugh. I dread it. I dread to think
It's
the
the goofiest
BBC.
shit imaginable.
Say, English TV is some of the worst shit you could. I was gonna say, if you ever go to war with someone, whatever, don't bother waterboarding them. Just subject them to watching Doctor Who for 5 minutes.
Doctor
Oh.
Who.
Not even the new stuff. Just even the old stuff was crap. Just everything that the blooming BBC produces for the last 50, 60 years has been total dog shit. If you sit down and watch English TV, you can feel your brain cells committing suicide one by one. It actively makes you dumber.
That's funny.
Say another mech game I've played. Let me have a look for it. I stopped playing Front Mission. Played the remake of Front Mission 1, and I was sorely disappointed in it because went into it expecting XCOM with mechs, but I ended up just getting Rock'em Sock'em robots.
I guess. Not really sure whether there is an actual XCOM with robots. 'Cause, I mean, Front Mission does get somewhat close, but it's kind of on the level of, you know how those recent Warhammer grid strategy video
Yeah.
games are. It's kind of more in that vein. You know.
So I remember there being one on PlayStation 2. Front Mission PS2. Let me have a look. So I remember something similar. So it's not Front Mission 4. I remember its cover art. So the only Front Mission I can find on PS2 is Front Mission 4. Must have been something else. But it was a game in that vein.
To be fair, there was quite a handful of various grid-based mech installments on the older consoles, especially the grid strategies. You got, like, ever since the mid '80s, you had the SD Gundam Gachapon Senshi line, which, yeah, that one, well, basically, I guess it had a lot of spin-offs and sequels, oddly enough, and some of them were stinkers, some of them were pretty good. I mean, Genex was aight. A lot of the SNES entries, as far as that one was concerned, were pretty decent, though not so much on the Game Boy platform. Though funnily enough, like an actual like direct sequel to, I guess, the first game came out on WonderSwan of all things. Those were, I guess, a lot of people use the term action strategy to describe that sub-series, which I'd say it's fairly accurate. You know, you got your regular grid strategy setup, but with one catch, that being the fact that the moment combat starts, you can kind of directly control the units, and in some of the games you can also just give them commands and let them go to town on the first jobber they stumble upon.
So yeah, I think I remember seeing some other kind of turn-based mech game. A more modern one. Let me have a look, see if I can find mech as a genre on Steam.
Right? You get all the time in the world.
I don't think it is a genre. So if I search it, it'll come up with names rather than. That ain't it.
You know what's pretty entertaining?
What's that?
Right, so the in basically this game, G Generation Spirits, you got like, some of the game original stories, and as such, the they've also got the whatchamacallits, and some of the they adapted some of the tracks as well. Well, the thing is, they also adapted uh, that game's covers of pre-existing tracks. So sometimes when a turn starts in this campaign on the Federation side, you can hear the I think it's the White Dingo theme from the Dreamcast game, especially the Lost War Chronicles cover of it, and of course with a big parentheses and G Generation Spirits version. So yeah. Like, what makes it even funnier is that that track also exists in this game as a standalone one. So yeah. That bit of a coverception, if there was one.
So I'll look up modern mech games, and I get a bunch of games from late 90s. I've got Xenogears there, thanks. Yeah, I really feel like I live in 1998. But I've also got reminded that Damien X Machina exists, and I just laughed to myself. What a shit heap that were. Say, Brigadier is on here. I did get it, but I didn't really like Brigadier that much.
I'd say that when it comes to a lot of mech installments, your best bet is emulation. Because a lot of those are kind of stuck on consoles. You know, Vulcan, both, it's,
That is something I'm hoping that gets brought back with Armored Core 6 that came out. A lot more mech games start coming back.
it did get a re-release. Well, re-release slash remaster on the Switch, I think. But yeah, another console exclusive.
Steel Battalion. Battletech.
Anywho, what kind of a mech game subgenre do you like the most?
Mech subgenre.
Like mech game subgenre, yeah.
I've not played too many mech games because there's so few of them that are any actual good. Like I said, the best mech game genre series is Armored Core. That's only recently come back. But so I've not played enough mech games to say, because the
Okay,
what genres do they usually end up in?
okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, generally, what kind of a game genre does appeal to you the most?
Usually I play RPGs. Occasionally I play something that's got some platforming in it.
I see.
See, most of my Steam libraries RPGs really. Mainly because that's just something I usually like games that I can just throw on and listen to something whilst I play it. But unfortunately, I don't have much room to get out my old console and play on older games.
I see. As far as I recall correctly, there's actually a Gundam game by the name of MS Saga, if I recall correctly. It's on PS2. Of course, can be emulated with relative ease, and it honestly plays like a blend of. Wouldn't necessarily say FF7, but if I were to do an elevator pitch, I would have been like, yeah.
I'm looking at it, and all that jumps out to me is SMT.
I'd say it's like graphics wise and sort of combat wise, it's a tad closer to FF7. Then again, I haven't played much. I haven't played many games in that lineup.
So, looking at it, I'm half expecting to see Mecha Nocturne or Mecha Demi Fiend. Oh, it's got Big Kazam. Sweet.
Yeah, it has a big Zam.
Hmm.
There's also
Hey, there's this new Gundam game. There's this new thing coming out. Yeah, but does it have Big Sam? No. Right, not interested. Does it have the ball? Does it have the ball? No. Get it out of my face.
If I recall correctly, the thing that's released that will be releasing fairly soon should be Gundam Breaker 4. Yeah, Breaker 4, and that one should have both the Big Zam and the ball. You know, it even has the egg guy, which, yeah, I'm happy because, you know, with Guilty Gear, I'm like, I'm on team no buy can no buy, and with Gundam, I'm no egg guy, no buy.
Let me think. Which one's the at guy? Oh, at guy's the one that's got like claws. The one that's in that blooming biker meme.
Yeah. I really like the Xeon Jobbers. I like the Zaku's, I like
The teddy bear, right?
even the teddy bear. Yep.
Yeah, the at guy's the teddy bear.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I do like the old Xeon mechs. Their aesthetic strikes me more than the Federation ones. Then again, I do like some of the Federation ones, but mechs for me, they've got to be between the bulky and the fantastical. I don't want something that's too flamboyant, like too posable and stuff. It's too human.
Oh, so you want the scope
Wait.
dog? I get it.
So let me look up the scope dog.
It's from Bottoms. Which, Bottoms did have some neat games.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I like these. They've got that right amount of bulk to them.
Right, hold my beer, I'm gonna look into the...
What's that?
Oh, where
What's
did you
that
post
one?
it?
Post what?
You said you like these, but I don't,
Just put it in text.
okay, gonna take a
So
pic.
what were that? What's that one Xeon mech? It looks like an art guy, but it's green and it's really wide.
The Zoc?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
How
the
do I
Zoc.
How do I spell that?
Z-O-C-K.
O-C-K. The Zoc. Yeah, there we go. Because I used to play as this quite a bit in
Federation versus Xeon.
yeah. Because I used to play as a lot of heavy mechs, especially in Armored Core. I used to build really heavy tank type mecha and just blast everything with cannons.
I mean, the Zoc is it's quite a handful. Like, it's a, it basically amounts to a mobile artillery piece, which has hover engines and can go underwater.
So when I first played that game, I wasn't really able to read or didn't know much about Gundam. I always just assumed this thing was like some kind of modified piece of mining equipment. Because it does look like that, doesn't it?
I mean, funnily enough, Gundam has modified pieces of mining equipment as mechs. Just, give me a second, I'm gonna finish up the level. I can probably pull up the unit gallery. I can show off the glory that is the EMSO4 AG. Here we go. EMSO5, my bad.
Gonna give the ladies the good zock.
The good zocking. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As you can
Gonna
see,
zock you down.
here's the AG.
Oh look, there's my icon on screen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it, and you know nobody was getting on my case for forgetting that, and I was like, oh, everything is fine. Then I had to go into the OBS, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
It's a good thing my icon isn't anything explicit.
I mean, yeah.
I could change it to something like that right now, but I'm not
No,
gonna.
I mean, speaking for myself, as the person who's got the 17703 emergent metamorphosis, yeah, that one, a page from it as a PFP on. There's good. It's alright. It's perfectly
There he
fine.
is. There's the Zoc.
Yep. And now I have the egg guy on the production list. Let's see, what can I make out of it? Oh, there we go. One more amphibious thing to go. Yes, this, as you can see, this is the Gym Sniper 3 from AOZ. Not sure how big the latency is, but it's the purple thing that looks like the Gym Sniper 2, but isn't the Gym Sniper 2. Anyways, I think I should go for a space stage for a change.
Oh, sweet, there was a Gok there as well.
Oh yeah. There's a hefty bunch of mobile suits that the game even has the Zekus from Sentinel though. I haven't checked so far whether they have the equipment change feature of their old PS1 and early PSP iterations, but yeah, that's something I might look into. Now, 0083. Well, no, it's the 0080 War in the Pocket, also known as. Let's hope this thing doesn't get hit by the YouTube's weird ass copyright thingies. Not that that'd be monetizing, but still. Just-
I'm thinking of a Xeon mech. It had it were Federation versus Xeon. It had a shield and a beam sword. Can't remember.
Was it grey?
Grey.
Or was
Let
it
me have a
red?
look.
Okay,
I think it was grey and blue.
grey and blue with. Hold
A
up.
shield, and the shield had rockets in it, I believe.
Oh, that's the Gyan. Gyan.
Gyan. Yeah, this thing.
Oh yeah,
'Cause they had some really bizarre designs.
because I mean it was like that design in lore was devised by a very bizarre person, which was
So,
also a bit of a dipshit. Makuve was his name.
I assume it was a personalized mech for him.
Kinda. I mean, the guy tried to
Or
put it to mass production, but still, fortunately, that's
say it looked like a nobleman's thing.
because of the
someone who-
fencing thing.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at a version of it that has 2 shields and 2 miniguns on its shoulders.
That's from some Gundam Build series.
And then you've got versions of it that have spears or more bulky versions of it. I almost called it the Gyak.
The Gyak. Still better than whatever the
calling it
Zoomers use for a slang
Say
term
that-
for ass.
Gyat.
Like,
Hey, that's what I almost called it as well. I almost called it the Gyat.
what the fuck?
It's the Gyan.
You know what?
Shinji, get in the Gyat.
Oh no! Like I have had the misfortune of you know, being at home when my siblings brought their classmates with them, and they're already on the Zoomer Kool-Aid. So yeah,
Oh, no.
I've heard all about it, all about it.
So if I did have a child or something and they started talking like that, I'd just hit them. I would just start hitting them. They'd go to school with bruises. You talk like a goddamn normal human being, damn it.
But Dad, it's
So
not.
I won't let them on the internet anyway. I won't let them get bullied either. I'd be their only source of education.
Son, there is no such thing as phantom tax. Now, belt or buckle?
It'd be like Water Boy. It'd be like that mother in the swamp.
I
If
haven't
you've ever
seen
seen that film.
Waterboy.
It's Water Boy with Adam Sandler in it. He plays a mentally handicapped guy.
I mean, you can
who's,
say retarded.
raised by he's at his best when he's playing a retard, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, he's doing a fairly decent job, and sometimes he can be really entertaining with that.
Nobody can take that one film seriously where his family dies during 9/11. Because you just look at him and you go, oh, it's Adam Sandler. You just start quoting all of his other films.
That's to me funny. Anywho, I'd say if you want a Gundam game with just enough, I guess, mech weight in it, I'd recommend the Lost War Chronicles for the PS2. It's a pretty neat game. It's a third-person shooter with a first-person, I guess, feature. And it's fairly easy to emulate, though you gotta mess with the settings to make the cinematics work. But it also makes the Zog fat, like even fatter. So yeah. On top of, you know, gifting the world with a glorious design by the name of Gelgug ground type. I sure do like the Gelgug ground type. It is it's a pretty cool design. I'm gonna use the Federation versus Xeon as a reference. So, you know, there's this Xeon mech which is kind of gray-ish, and it has a green torso and the shield on its back.
I can't remember.
Okay, pull up the Google images, type out
Yeah.
Gelgug, Gelgoog.
G-E...
L-O-O-G.
Right, Gelgoog.
Yeah, oh, what a pain to my ears.
Right, it's got grey arms and legs, green torso, and a purple shield.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
So-
what about it?
In that game, they made a ground type for it, which looks pretty solid, ain't gonna lie. And just type in Gelgug ground type,
Right,
and yeah, that one looks fairly neat as far as mech designs are concerned. It even has grenade launchers in well, one grenade launcher in one arm and a machine gun in the other, but still.
Oh, we're talking about this one that appears to have flares.
What flares?
The type of thing you wear on your trousers. Is this the ground type? I've just posted in text.
Okay, Oh, that's the PS3 version of it. But yeah, I'm gonna Alt Tab and try and find a decent looking view of it, cause the PS2 version of it is a bit on the sandy
Right.
brown slash tan side.
Yeah. I mean, it's camouflage, so.
Yep. Besides
So it's
the
a good model.
oh yeah, it is.
See, PlayStation 2 was it had some really good models on it. Cause say, I don't need all this flashy, blooming real. I don't need it to be like a looking like it's Advent Children or some shit. I'm a-okay with it looking like this. This looks fantastic to me.
Yeah, I mean, I too am on board with like, I don't care about the graphics. You know, they can stay at around the PSP, PS3 era, maybe even older, something like GameCube or PS2. But for Pete's sake, give us cooler games, or more of a. I need more GBO2, or you know, better working GBO2.
Mm.
Yeah.
So can't remember what I was about to do or say. Oh right, that's what I was doing. I was gonna look for a blooming meme
For me.
because people are talking to me in a different chat.
Wow. So you're kind of multitasking over, you know,
Mm.
being a co-pilot on a short-lived stream and. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You know, it's a bit of a bummer that a lot of the game original stories of Gun don't get as much of a spotlight nowadays, even though a lot of them are fairly solid. Like, you know, there's there's the obvious ones like Blue Destiny and things of that nature, but you know, even Cross Dimensions for the Super Famicom with its OG story that introduced the Efreet. That one is a fairly decent piece of kino, which is regrettably not as recognized as it could be. But anywho, let's see. Well, oh, which gun shows have you watched thus far?
I've watched Iron Blooded Orphans. I didn't finish it. I stopped watching right as Orca got gunned down in a drive-by.
Oh yeah, that one.
And yeah, and I watched a little bit of the original Gundam with someone else. I can't remember his name in this server.
Yeah.
Say in Iron Blooded Orphans, I hated that one guy that had about 100 something wives. I fucking hated him.
Which one?
And that guy in Iron Blooded Orphans that had a ship full of women that were all his wives. Ah, God, I hated him.
Why? He was.
I despised him, and I despised all of his women. I'm happy. I'm happy he died, and I'm happy that one other bitch got gunned down in that Teddy shop.
Holy shit! This is the
She
first
deserved
time I've heard this take.
She deserved it. The guy that she was crushing on was too good for her. She deserved the bullet she got.
Holy shit! Where did that come from?
I have a deep-seated hatred for whores.
Oh god.
So I saw that scene, then I rewinded it and watched it again and again and again until I busted a nut.
What the fuck? Can't you rank to
In fact-
normal
In
stuff?
fact, I'm gonna go and watch it right now.
Like, this really is the first time I've heard such a take. 'Cause I mean, I've heard people who despised IBO. I heard people that are like, it fell off come second season, but this is the
That's 'cause I-
first time I heard something in the vein of now this inoffensive character sucked. I'm glad that characters got. That's the first time I've heard that.
There we go. She just ate a white hot load to the forehead. Oh, look at all those teddy bears.
Ah, God. Oh well.
She deserved it. There we go. Post the scene in text. Lovely.
Dude, I did watch IBO. I know, but what the fuck?
So, I want to personally shake the hand of the man who shot her.
There's a tad bit too try hard. All right.
So I didn't like the main protagonist in it either. So a lot of it got very, very too wishy-washy for me, personally.
Because it was like, Orga, what are we gonna do next? Hey, Orga, what are we gonna do next?
Let's just get to the war, please. I just want to see people fight. I preferred the story of Brotherhood for the main crew over putting up with those blooming hussies. Or the villain. I've really hated the villain. I can't stand how people.
Oh, which one? McGillis or the season
blonde-
2 one?
The blonde prick.
The blonde
It was
ones.
Yeah, the blonde one that was engaged to that child. And even after she found out that he murdered her brother, she still loves him. It's like, kid, what? How old are you? You're like 12 or something. Stab this man. Stab him.
And she
Give
did.
me the knife, and I will stab him.
She did, but she fumbled. She froze. I'd say there's much worse than IBO. There's things like Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, for example. Have you watched that one?
That's all I know from it. Just him crying. That really, really ugly cry.
Oh, you mean the... But Kagali's crying, you don't get it. People are dying. Kagali is bawling her eyes out. Efren, we gotta stop fighting. That one?
I can't remember what it was he was crying. We were just on the ship and he floated over to the window and just went.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I also remember what was that one character? He had brown hair, usually wears a green vest top, and he's in some kind of girls' school. And she invites him to her birthday party, and he tears up the invitations,
Oh yeah, that's
wipes up the tears,
it's
goes,
Hiro
"I'll
Yui
kill
from
you."
Wing.
Yeah, he goes, "I'll kill you," and she goes, what kind of man is he?" It's like, what? Is that really your reaction to him threatening your life? It's like, I guess women do like a bad boy. "I'll kill you." Say, I'll have to use that one at the bar next time. Try and pick some chicks up. Just threaten to kill her.
So you've seen the memes.
I've seen a few memes, yeah.
I see.
Because I remember some other guy getting killed by a jet flying into the torso of his mech and it crushing him.
Oh, a jet flying it. I think I don't think I recall that. Because there was
so-
one scene where
You were piloting a mech that it were like a yellowy gold colour and it had two pistols and it could fold up into a jet itself.
Oh, you mean the end of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam where the resident space artist rams his mech into the big potato-shaped machine and basically caves in the cockpit. Yep.
Just say, what were the character called again?
Okay. So
Ramsey, did you say his name?
what? No.
What did you say?
It's in Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. There's a character called Camille Bedan, right? And
Yeah.
and he's an artist, but that aside, there's a guy who piloted the mobile suit that could turn into a jet, who rammed into the big yellow thing, which is the PMX 003, well, 0040.
I think I'm looking at the wrong one. say it was in Gundam Evolution. I have to look it up.
Hold up, Gundam Evol... What? I don't think it
You-
was there.
I think we're getting the mechs mixed up.
Oh, you mean the... Like the Zeta... Yeah, the Zeta was in Gundam Evolution. But the yellow thing wasn't there.
I'm thinking of a mech called the Methus. I think
Mephis.
it's called.
Yeah, Mephis.
Methus.
Mephis. Mephis.
The Methus. Yeah, I was gonna say there were a guy piloting a Methus and someone's core. You know how the core of some Gundams can
Oh yeah, the
fly out
yeah,
into like a jet.
ejecting
Yeah,
cockpit,
someone
yep.
flew. Yeah, someone flew one of those into the cockpit of the Methus and crushed the pilot. And it showed him screaming, and the framing of him was really stretched and weird looking.
I don't think I recall that one. Holy shit, I
So
forgot
look
to
up
move the
Methus
master unit.
pilot. Look up Methus pilot, and I'm just getting this bomb bitch wearing yellow with short dark hair.
That's Fa Yuri from let's see, from Zeta. Yeah,
So I'm also getting this image.
it's you know, it's quite a well-liked character. Memphis. There's just an Amogus edit. For a feller not too deep into the Gundam Kool-Aid, you sure do have quite interesting takes. Uh, so, I mean, a lot of
So he might have been piloting something different because it just looked like the Methus, but I can't find specific clip I'm looking for.
Oh, you mean? Hold up. This doesn't add up. What mobile suit do you mean?
So I'm trying to think of what the character who were piloting it. There was the guy in it were dressed in white and he had long hair.
Oh yeah, that's like that mobile suit in question is called the O. PMX
The O.
004 D as in THE. Then you got a comma and well, not a comma. Then you got a line and then you got O.
Right, this thing. Yeah, there's the pilot. Say the O.
The O, yes.
Big O. Big O. Big O. I do like the O because it's got those extra laser sword arms under its skirt.
Oh, yeah, it's got the gunt arms. It's got the dick sabers.
It looks heavy, and I like that.
It looks heavy. Oh, did you know that the game Federation vs. Xeon had a sequel where you could play as that. You could
I did
technically
not.
have Dio fight the Zoc.
Hmm.
But yeah, as goofy as it sounds, yes, that is possible. Also, look, I'm dropping a colony.
Here it is. Yeah. At it's just skip ahead in 1 minute. There it is. That one frame of him. In fact, I'll just screenshot the.
I know which one you mean, the one where he's like, "Ugh!" and
Yeah.
he's getting compressed. Anywho,
Yeah, there it is.
if you might, oh yeah, that is the quintessential Peptimus Rocco soy jack.
Mm.
But that being said, yeah, right now I'm on a stage. Listen, G Generation Spirits from a certain, I guess, CGI miniseries from well, it's a kind of miniseries called the MS Igloo. Heard of that one?
I've not heard of that one now.
Okay,
These models for the O look fantastic.
oh yeah, I can
I'd have one of these. But you go on. You were saying.
yeah, going back to MS Igloo. I think you might like that one. It's only 9 episodes long. It's got like 3, I guess, seasons. One with 3 episodes each. It's got the graphics style, at least in the animation of, I guess it's fairly close to Polar Express, I guess, or Toy Story when it comes to the model
Got-
quality. And it's basically about a ship called the Jotunheim, and basically a bunch of Xeon jobbers kind of stuck with
Hold that thought. I've got to go to toilet
I,
real quick. So I'll mute myself and
I'll
yeah, you can
I shall
carry on
resume
with
my
it.
igloo shilling later. And as you can see, chat, this is this is the Space BFG. And oh, hello there, Sev. And yeah, the human models are not that cursed in Igloo, but you know, I'm the type that's like, it's like a PS2 cutscenes. Like I grew up on early 2000s Pixar shit. Well, mid 90s, early 2000s Pixar shit. So yeah, I guess the uncanny effect like doesn't strike me as much. I'd say like it's not as egregious as I think it would be. But yeah, this is another one of my adventures with more than likely mixed results. Because let's see, yep. The plan was to just, get a co-pilot, but no, it's it got a tad wonky, but that's perfectly fine. Anyways, these are the jet core boosters, so obviously I should go there. Oh, damn it. Okay, so what can I do with this space boat? I guess I can flee. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, contingency plan. Try and get there and give the Feddies a shock. There's just what, 3 ships with saberfish, with those saberfish fighters, so I should fare fairly decently. As stated, this does use the layout of G Generation Genesis, I'd say. So yeah, let's quick save. Right now I'm grinding for the carry base so that I could actually cover my stuff. Oh, yes, it feels like it's being made to PS2 cutscenes. Oh, fair enough. One thing that I'll never forgive Spirits is the fact that it expects you to buy the carry base. This is the worst timeline if I have to buy it. Yeah, I know those are saberfish. Give the feds a shock. Slice the Musai to the left. That's right. I'm doing the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, alright? I really am just... I place my Musai in a sideways position. Just so that the Blue Eyes White Gundam can't touch me. Okay, let's see. Okay, the opponent has rotated their ships and started deploying the saberfish. Let's Right, that's enough of your shenanigans, Yugi.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Aye.
Where was I?
You were shelling Igloo.
Oh yeah, MS Igloo. So yeah, you got this one ship which is stuck with a bunch of failed prototype mobile suits, and are basically like tasked with increasingly difficult missions, being basically equipped with like questionably functioning mobile suits and such. I really liked that series, you know. Like, obviously, Civ 123 is it's not necessarily keen on the way the graphics were, but I think the plot was alright, you know. Characterization wise, I really liked the way they handled, like, you know, the Mazir Sonen, which was one guy who piloted a tank, well, a failed tank prototype in one episode, and basically died trying to bail the rest of the crew out. It was a quite like nice and heartfelt way to, you know, get a character like that to work. Plays to me. Anywho, a few more ships to... Oh, I forgot to move that unit. Guess that's it is a surprise tool that will help us later. One Federation Isaac versus the whole ass fleet. Why can't I turn it? Okay, fuck it. At least I'll get the access to the main cannons. And I'll try to put some pressure on the Magellan class. That's the green ship. The gray ship, that's the Salamis. Anywho, oh, nice 8k and 3k. Yeah, I should be able to wreck that ship fairly fast with the Gym 2. Yeah, the Gym 1 was so good they made Gym 2 and then Gym 3.
And then they made Jim Crow.
The what?
It's because you pronounce GM as Jim.
I know. It's just
I know a lot of people do.
that
but-
shit caught me off guard. It really did. Oh well. Let's see.
So is Igloo a film or is it a series?
It's a series. It's an well, mid to late 2000s series, but still.
So on my piracy site of choice,
Of course.
do not see Mobile Suit Igloo, but I do find the original Mobile Suit. My issue, which I thought they didn't have it, but it turns out I was looking in the wrong section because I was looking in the G section for Gundam when I should have been looking for M, Mobile Suit Gundam.
I thought under K, Kido Senshi Gundam, maybe under the Weeb language name of it.
So it would only show the Japanese title if I were looking for the sub version.
Oh.
But because I'm a massive dyslexic, I watch in dub.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise, I might as well just read the comics.
I mean, good
Because,
luck
because
with
I'd just be pausing every few seconds.
that. I mean, good luck with that. Like the OG show did get a manga, but that thing came out in Japan, where it's fairly hard to find nowadays.
Say that came out back when samurai still roamed the earth.
Might as well, but
But that came out before the bombs hit.
now I'm pretty sure it came out in the early 80s, because the show was 1979. This one was, I think, around 1980, and it only came out in 2 countries, Japan and Italy.
Ah, yes. 2 of the 3 Axis. Because Germany was currently preoccupied.
Oh yeah, having the wall and all. But yeah, anywho, I'll go catch up on the chat, We got Sev here. There's also the fact Spirits uses the awful Harrow system to give you money. Yep. That does blow. Trying to do a 180 in the moose side, that's crazy talk. Wrong, Sev. I'm gonna engage my secret technique. Kansai Dorito. I'm gonna fucking turn that moose eye. Fuck, I already turned it. Anyways, I will have to wait one more turn. Oh well. At least I get to have the space boat retreat. And yeah, the cannon is still not charging, so let's see. Gotta say the moose ain't doing too hot. At the very least, the rig dome can hold its own for a while. Got a fatty Isaac. And I guess after this level I might switch on over to Gundam vs Gundam Next Plus and run around in the O. Yeah, the Space BFG broke because there was some fuckery afoot with its coolant system. Oh well. Guess I can. Let's see. Damn, I should have restocked because right now I don't have any way to attack the enemy ship. And the unit that I kept in the backlines is not really useful for this one. At the very least, next to the other ship that I'm about to deal with next, so. Let's see. Oof. Let's hope I'm not. Damn it. Okay. Oddly enough, that didn't trigger fail safe, so I should be in the clear. All right, let's see. Can I take down this ship? Question is all this time. Okay, pinpoint hit. Good. One more. Well, one down, one more to go. Let's see. Let's go restock the rectum. I should have just enough. Oh yeah, let's see how much damage can I do with the Vulcans. Especially on the gym sniper free. Oh yeah, I know that I can turn it only once per turn. Musai not doing so hot is just the average state of a Musai. Oh, fair enough. What do you mean a Isaac should easily be able to solo Saberfish and Salamis? Alright, that's true, Sav, but you know, this is GGN we're talking about, so yeah. GGN Spirits sure is wacky. Who would have thought? Now let's see. I sure wonder. This could be a... Now I can finally take that ship down. Oh. And... let's see. I can use the covering fire. And I should probably play that animation out. These are nerfed saberfish where they don't have the missiles that hit. Oh yeah, those! The 5.2k damage saberfish. Oh, actually, yeah, those are in the older games. Anywho, you still there, Wasdy?
I'm here.
Neat. Well, dead quiet for a moment.
Yeah, it's just I've not really got anything to say.
Oh. Damn near thought you went off to have a wank.
No. No. Oh, my neck.
So let's base turn. And that should leave me with just that one. Alright. Let's see. It's wonky turning. And let's rotate the ship. We got some gems, we got one rig dom, one gem sniper free, and a handful of other units that we should get fairly decently. Hey, hold up. Oh, as the Magellan class ship, and there I thought I was seeing things, but I wasn't. Let's go zap him. I mean, it's pretty cool that they actually made a cover for the first MS Igloo opening as a battle theme for the now heavily damaged space BFG. Gen F and portable. Yep, those were built different. Those were built straight up evil. God. I know, I had played those. Like the only G generation game I haven't played this far was I guess I haven't played the typing game. I haven't played the 3DS installments yet. I haven't played Neo, Seed, and Wars. But aside from that, I'm pretty much got all my bases covered. I almost forgot about the influx of new units. Oh well. Let's see. Let's go gang up on that saberfish and give it what for. So, first bazooka shot. Half of its health nicely depleted. Oh, 41%. Okay, let's see. Does the saberfish get eaten? No, it's left with 140 health. All right, fair enough.
This is this is one of the games that I was thinking of earlier when we were talking about different games from genres. Phantom Brigade.
Phantom Brigade? Never heard of
Yeah.
that one. What is it about?
It's here on Steam. Let's say it's got mixed reviews recently. It's I don't know what it's about. It's just a turn-based mech game, and it
That
looks
doesn't narrow it down.
Let's say it looks akin to XCOM, especially with this one still image that I'm about to post. There, let's say that looks very XCOM.
Right, I'm gonna go look at it. Just hold my beer. And SDC felt super slow to. I mean, of the. Does it play like the generation of CE7?
I'm not sure.
I was asking the guy in the chat.
Alright.
Oh yeah, that does have the XCOM-y looking. It does have that look. Right, I'll anyways, let's do the outro. Clear. And we got a very hateable character from Zeta. And the Bolinoxamon on the production list. Neat. Haven't gotten much XP off of stuff, but I can at the very least turn the Hazag into the standard Federation Hazag. Okay, I'm gonna drop a save state and I'm gonna look at what the development path for it is. Anyway, so I can turn that into a Rosette, a Hazak custom, and I guess that's where it would branch off of. But I want to keep the thing so that I can have the Zeku. Okay, Jimkai high mobility. That's wouldn't see that one in the G-Gen games nowadays. Let's see. Does it have any... No, it can only be turned into the Jim Quell. Now, what about that guy? Yeah, there's no further development combinations. Let's switch on over.
So any negative reviews on Phantom Brigade that I'm seeing is it's got really stupid leveling mechanics. So obviously it lets you customize your mechs like in Armored Core, but you're obviously you've got stupid leveling mechanics. So any changes you do make, they soon get what's the word I'm looking for? This
I don't
soon
know. I got lost
become
halfway in.
obsolete, and apparently it crashes quite a bit, and also it's there's practically no characters in it at all, so it's a decent enough for the combat and the strategy, but it's got some stupid leveling mechanics and then its story is very boring,
I see.
so
Anywho,
which is unfortunate.
we got Sev saying kind of like like Generation of C in terms of sluggishness. Oh, I see. Okay. To evade any and all hit copyright hits when it comes to licensed music, because the PSP Gundam vs. entries do like to be like that. I'm gonna pop in a Police Notes track and let's take the O out for a spin. Gonna start off in a simple versus round. After which I guess I could go for an arcade route, and after that I'll have to call it. Oh, dang! I got flanked. Oh. And there we go. That was a little kick. And let's. Dang it. Well, at least I have the revive power up. Okay, let's human shield. There we go. Oh, whoa. He might have gotten me. However, psych. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, V2. And I got the strike down too. Of course, let's play it safe with the block and move, and now I'm down. That's alright, and I should probably turn on the thing so that I can, yeah. As you can see, this thing can basically charge up the power-up gauge. By which, yeah, it basically gets the options from the Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam thing. But anywho, I guess let's go for a shorter route. Because I think I'm gonna call it early. So, ah yes, the famous Last Stand scene where Dio's head exploded. Yep. Anywho, I'm gonna... You know what? Ace Combat has some decent... or AC4. Yeah, let's do some ruffle stomping, and after which I'll... And this is the... That's the spin I was talking about. Like... You go like that, and... Yeah. There you go.
So you're playing a different game now?
Yeah, Gundam vs. Gundam Next Plus.
Right.
And I'm playing the O.
The O, the best one.
It was I, the O.
And it's yellow too.
Oh yeah, because it is yellow, like even in the original anime. We got Kouraki in his full burning. Well, too bad he has to deal with my Dick Sabers. My Dicks. And of course with...
Yeah, your own teammate shot you in the back.
Yep. But yeah, as stated, this is the D-route of the arcade mode. It's a tad shorter than the usual routes, because, yeah, I think I'm gonna call this one early, because I've got lots of work to tend to today. So at the same time, I didn't want to, call off the stream. So, kind of, finding a middle ground here. Also, these, like the red ones, as in the two red Gundams that I was fighting at the start of the round, those can actually cling onto enemy mechs and blow themselves up. So it's a very fun thing about this game. Like, in this one and Gundam vs. Gundam, the Aegis Gundam only costs like two. Well, not two, just 1,000 points, and as such you can you can basically die with it a lot without it impacting the point gauge too heavily, which then lets me do things like which, you know, they would then let somebody just, you know, spam the grab to self-destruct thing, which, yeah, it deals some decent damage. You can basically vaporize like half the health bar of a 3000 unit, and with the right amount of setup stuns, it's a fairly valid option. Oh yeah, and we got the egg guys and the Zox. Can't forget the Zox. Also, for some reason, the blocking move on this one can actually stun things, and can also serve to interrupt combos. But yeah, I do use it fairly frequently. Oh, we got Cartagena loose from Victory. Oh, and of course, the usual blender style can work, can and will work. Hey, hey. Oh, nice jump. However, yeet. Like, if I wish YouTube didn't add the thing where they fuck with the playback on other sites the moment there's you know, they identify a music track used by some company they've got stuff licensed from, because I really wanted to actually get around in the camphor from the WWE War in the Pocket and just play Freebird in the background, because that's the type of a unit that basically requires you to play Freebird at full volume as you're playing it, because believe me, it's a glass cannon and you're gonna be running on sheer adrenaline, basically. So yeah, get damned on. Yep. Guess the AoE was is still a thing, but whew, that was a close call. Even got hit. Alright, Sev. Now here's what you do to do the Aegis self-destruct. So first off, you need to get the grab off. That as the first move. It's basically the special melee.
I'm gonna take the time to dip myself, by the way.
Alright.
Alright.
Fair
I'll
enough.
see you
Take
later.
care.
Take care.
Anywho, so what you do is that you do the grab, that's the special melee, and now the next thing you do is that you input the same thing you would for the assist, you know, almost as if you were calling the Blitz Gundam, but you know, if you got an enemy grab, it's gonna detonate the thing, and there you go. That's how you get the. That's how you get the O. Not the O. Dang it. That's how you get the Aegis to explode. Of course, you know, taking whatever you're holding in your grasp. In the meantime, it's a pretty hefty move, but it has its flaws. Speaking of, zap. we go. Gonna get the Zakukai. And perhaps even heavy arms. As stated, this is the easier stage, so I'm basically just fucking around and about for having to do anything productive today. There we go. Thumbs down. Sharp appears to be going down. Because my blender no jutsu is actually working. For the most part, I gotta... So shit. You know, when I figure out how to do the co-host thing, should I actually do a segment where I play the booty gacha, you know, Nikkei Goddess of Victory, that one. Because I mean, I'm guessing that one would be a very funny thing to stream, like, because I mean, it's not all ass, and it's just like it has other attributes that one would find appealing about playing it, honestly. But yeah. Alright, so meanwhile, I'm sitting here debating if I should buy subflight systems in portable so that I don't have to deal with forests anymore. Go for it. Go buy them immediately. Booty Gacha doesn't narrow it down. Oh yeah, that's Nikkei. Also on the last save. Let's exit the menu. I'm gonna show you my setup when it comes to the GGN portable, because it's really simple. It really is. It's foolproof, as some might even say. Look, I go into the formation view. Okay, here's my group. That's the ship crew. Ignore that. And now you have the team 1. Dodai YS. Dodai YS. Of course, every single thing, well, for the most part, it had a Dodai YS. The things that didn't have a Dodai YS were assigned a Dodai YS. Because I couldn't really be bothered to, you know, be like, oh, there's a forest. Oh no, I am slow now. I grew tired of it so fast. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Everyone. You know, you get a Dodai, you get a Dodai, you get a Dodai. It's the cheapest shit imaginable, and it basically lets you ignore the various constraints. So yeah. Just just, you know, go for it. Dodai is a glorious clutch pick, and you should buy more of them. Let me see how much is that one. 'Cause I mean, I'm pretty sure it's some super cheap shit. Okay, let's go by cost. Look, 10k. Literally fucking 10k. You don't even have to grind for it. And yes, I do keep one piece of the shackles on if I really want to, you know, mess around in space. But I really did just, you know, run nothing but the Dodai for the whole game, and I even got the full collection, full everything. I basically 100%ed the whole game with nothing but Dodai. So yeah. The truth is, Is Euclid from Destiny a playable thing? Oh, actually yes. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna show you. Cause yes, you can get the Euclid. I don't think I have it on the production list because I couldn't be bothered to, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you can get the Euclid as a playable unit. Let's see. I can check it out for you. So, Seed Destiny. Right. There we go. That's a Euclid. And it's fully playable even. So, yeah, I think yes. Honestly, you just have to either go onto GameFAQs and look up the dev routes for it, or just look up the dev routes for it. It's just yeah. Oh yeah. Look. One piece of advice for the Jabro map. I'm gonna be real with you. Okay. Let me pull up the Jabro map because I can look at it and I can show you the things that. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, can you see my cursor, the square? Hopefully yes. So this is the underground. This is where the units will go. Here and here. Now I think your best bet would be to move the tanks here to damage the Zok and the rest of Char's team that will arrive here. Also, yeah, the moment you destroy Char's Zagok, the enemies will start dropping in. Which, before that, you should shove all the gems into the big tray and into the into Jaburo. And same goes for your teams. I repeat, move all your units, both your teams, into here, into Jabro, so that the enemies are kind of squished and have to literally enter your kill box to, even reach you. Now the reason I'm saying this is because the Gao, it's look, I'm gonna go into this one because I really need to show one thing off. Because as you can see, the Gao has a very nasty move by the name of Bombardment. And it basically, yeah. Like, the Gaos are fucking cunts. Because they can duke your ass. And I used to lose a lot of rounds before I found out that there's a way to cheese them. Anywho, that flight was for trying to level up marine suits. Yeah, good point, very good point. And yeah, regrettably, I'll have to go now. So yeah, I'm gonna switch on over to my usual ending screen. I'm rather thankful for y'all tagging along, having some patience with Senor Wasdy, who was in the co-host seat for the time being. And let's go. Let's Shirtley signing out.